All right, guys, it's a little windy, so hopefully you can hear us okay. So I said there was going to be something new coming here to the homestead, and I currently have them loaded up on this trailer, hidden behind this tarp. Madison, what do we have?
We have
So guys, temperatures have dropped like crazy. Lows at nighttime are getting into the 30s. They're talking about here in a couple days it might get down into the 20s. So I'm a little worried about the garden. I had planned to get some stuff prepped up and put in, but now I think I might have to hold off till then. I gotta check on the meat chickens. So as you can see, I had to kind of makeshift something for the meat chickens. I was very concerned about them getting too cold last night, so I tried to block off. The winds were up. That's what really had me worried. I still had their heat lamp going, but if it's really windy, it's not going to do me any good. So I just blocked it off. To be honest with you, it looks pretty redneck right now, but let's check on them and let's see if they did okay. Well, from the looks of it, looks like everybody's doing okay. So I'm gonna get these guys moved, and then we're gonna get them some more food and water. All right, we got their water set in there already. Hit it with a little apple cider vinegar with the mother. Just a little bit, a little dab. What do you say? A little dab will do you? Something like that. So get these guys some fresh food. The only problem with where I have them at right now, it does sit on a slight slope. So I have to kind of take these little rocks and stuff, put it on the underneath the waters and stuff. Otherwise it kind of drips out quite a bit. And I'm hoping these guys will get big enough pretty soon. These guys go crazy when I set new food in here. Little eating machines. But the problem is, when they're eating machines, they're also pooping machines. These guys, I mean, they poop, and they poop a lot. I don't know if it's just because of the sheer numbers of them, or if it's just, you know, where they eat so much because they're growing so fast. So I don't know. All I know is that I'm glad I got them in a mobile tractor, because if they stayed in one spot for a long period of time, that's got to be nasty. But it kind of makes me wonder, you know, you think about like factory farming, and these guys, I can't imagine having thousands of these guys in a completely enclosed building, and you don't expect it to be like super nasty, which is another reason why I'm raising these guys myself. I had a friend ask me, he's like, why would you do it if you're not saving money? You know, you could just go buy a whole chicken when they're on sale for a couple bucks. Yeah, but I also know how those are raised and the environment they were in, and you know, these guys are about as close to organic as I can get. And you know, I know exactly that they were fed and they're on grass, so it works out really well. But I do think, since it's been so cold, and why I like having this tarp as part of the roof instead of a hard roof, is I think the wind's down today. So I think I'm gonna pull this off real quick and let them get just some straight up sunshine all day to warm them up. And then tonight I'll kind of put my redneck fortress back on it to keep them good and cool. But the cool thing is it's super simple. Pop a little bungee, this one's off, and voila. And we'll just leave this out the way, and once that sun rises up just a little bit more, we'll give them full sunshine, and hopefully that'll help warm them up pretty good. So I'll tell you guys, the hardest thing I think of doing this YouTube thing is in the mornings, because you know, the animals only wait but so long before they're ready for you to give them their food and get them out. So you know, but I ain't got no cameraman. I got to be the cameraman. Try and do this holding one hand, whew, that's a rough go. So guys, told you I needed a cameraman. So I had just actually done a shot of releasing all the big birds out, feeding them. One of the chickens had caught a bug, and the rest were chasing them around. Thought, hey, that's some really good stuff to show y'all, to show you the entertainment value of chickens. And yeah, I got over here and realized that somehow I reversed. Thought I hit record and didn't, so all I had was a bunch of stuff of what I didn't plan to get. But anyways, you saw me moving. I did slide the crate over of the teenage chicks. You can see them there. The spot they were at was starting to get pretty nasty, so I got them slid over. And like I said, I'm thinking maybe next week. I'm fingers crossed I might try to integrate them next week, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, guys, let's go up here. Let's take a check on these bunnies, see how they're doing. I think I got on my calendar here in about 4 days. I'll be able to start trying to determine the gender of each rabbit. So I'll do a video on that to show you how to determine what they are. We'll do a big gender reveal party. And we'll get y'all some hay here in a little bit, but you can see, guys, these guys have grown so much. So, yep, the big gender reveal coming up here within the week or so. So we'll let you see how we do that. Guys, I had to shed the jacket. Sun's shining, carrying around this half-pound camera got these big guns breaking a sweat. So that's all right though, because we're about to get some real work started up here in a minute. All right, guys, so like I told you, we got a surprise new addition coming to the homestead today. So I got to get a new section. We've been doing this fence addition we've been talking about, and I about got it done. Now, keep an eye on Craigslist, because you want to save money where you can. This thing right here is big and it is heavy. I mean, I think that platform is every bit of 5 or 6 feet long. It took 3 people to get this sucker loaded up when I got it. It was on Craigslist for. Now, we got this thing up here. I am gonna do a little bit of work. It's solid, but it needs some repairs down below. But I can do that down the road. Got it up on these 4x4s, keep from having ground contact. But I need to get the stuff out of it. I had just some tarps and some feed pans and stuff stored in there just to keep them from getting wet. But I need to get that stuff out of here, and I got to get some straw, and I need to get this place prepped up. Because like I said in previous videos, you know, one of the big thing is try to have your area prepared before you get the animal here versus trying to do it on the backside. I went down that road one time and I felt like I was under the gun. I didn't get this stuff done quite like I wanted to, and I don't ever want to do that again. All right, so for the animal we're getting, I'm a little concerned where I raise this up on 4x4s to keep ground contact down, make the wood last longer. I'm a little concerned about that gap right there, and that they may be hesitant to step up for right now because they're going to be pretty small. So I think I'm going to stick this little pallet there, and then I'm going to cover it so that makes it not as high and it's more gradual. You can see that closes up the gap to a certain degree. And I think I'm going to cover that pallet up with some of this straw, and maybe they won't. Sometimes animals are a little weird when they get those little holes, so I'm going to cover it with some straw, and maybe they won't be so nervous about it. So all we can do is try it, see what happens. All right, so we got the house structure done. Guys, I'm telling you, this house is pretty cool. It even amazed me when I picked it up, so I worry about ventilation. Check this out. Booyah! It's got these windows I can open up, let some more air out. I'm not sure how they stay open. I might get a little something I can wedge in there. We got quite a bit of area. I can't remember the exact dimensions of it, but it's bigger than the chicken pen for sure. And I got it running to that back corner. I still got some more work to do on it, but structurally, it'll work for now. The last thing I need to get done for that house is I need to get some of my DE from the garage, which if you don't know what DE is, it's diatomaceous earth. It's a natural, effective way to combat mites, ants, lice, ticks, any kind of hard-bodied insect. So what we do is in the chicken coop and the any shelters of any animals is I always sprinkle DE in there every so often. Every time I clean out the chicken's coop and rake out the shavings, I'll sprinkle DE. If a chicken or an animal shows signs of having any fleas or lice or any issues like that, which I've only ever had one chicken I was slightly concerned about, and that was that adopted one that we got, and I didn't know what they might be bringing. So I did put some DE on her, completely safe. Every now and again you can put it in their food, they can eat it. It supposedly will take care of intestinal parasites, tapeworms, things of that nature. So, but the only thing about DE is that it doesn't like water. Once it gets wet outside, then it becomes not very effective. So when you store it, like I have mine in this bucket right here, locking lid bucket, airtight. It only cost me maybe, I think, $6-7 at a hardware store. And I only use it for my diatomaceous earth. You can see I got it labeled DE right there. But these are pretty cool lids. Well, let me see if I can get it open. I usually have to have two hands, otherwise the bucket just spins. And as you can see, I got my super manly princess cup, because that's how we roll here on the homestead. But all it is, it's just a powder. And apparently what it does is when it gets on the insect skin, it like dehydrates them. It puts micro scrapes or scratches on their exoskeleton, and therefore they lose all the moisture in their body and they eventually dehydrate and die. So all I'll do is I just lightly sprinkle it. When I first get an animal, I usually sprinkle it over top. And the only reason why I do that is because it's an easy way to get some of it on the animal when they come. And that way it'll, if they do have anything, it may possibly get it off of them, and it doesn't stress the animal out because they're new to me, I'm new to them, and I'm not having to grab them and rub this all over them. You know, when they go to lay down at night, they'll get some of it on them that way. And then down the road, when they're comfortable with me, if I needed to, you know, I can just easily just rub it on the animal like I'm petting them. They don't think anything about it. So next time when I clean out this straw though, I'll put it down first and then I'll put the straw on, because at that point I'm only wanting to combat the ones that might be in the structure, not the animal too. So for this first time, I'm going to end up putting it on top of the straw. Next time we'll go underneath. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. But definitely diatomaceous earth is a great thing to have if you're going to raise any livestock, for sure. All right guys, it's a little windy, so hopefully you can hear us okay. So I said there was going to be something new coming here to the homestead, and I currently have them loaded up on this trailer hidden behind this tarp. Madison, what do we have?
We have new baby pigs and one big pig.
So how many pigs?
3.
So let's check these guys out here. So
Oh, they're so
as
cute.
you can see, we got 3 of them. We got a big guy right here. He's going to be a boar. He's about 9 months old, and then behind there's 2 little faces.
Oh,
And we'll show you those guys here in a minute. So, are you a little excited?
yes.
Are you?
Yes.
All right. He's had a long ride. They're a little concerned about what's going on. He's not really wanting to get up right now, so we're going to give him a little bit of time, see if we can get him out here in a little bit. But I got to get him off before I can get these piglets off. But I've never had to unload one that big that's not comfortable with me, but he was super docile. Even when I pushed on him, he didn't give no issues. As you can see, he's kind of just checking out his surroundings. Got him some food settled in here, so he's going to have this whole pen to himself. You know, I may end up putting a castrated male in here with him at some point in the future to give him a friend to kind of hang out with, but for right now, this will just be his little pad just for himself. So we're going to let him get settled in, let him eat and drink, and then we'll be in here, spend some time with him throughout the day. But we're going to get the piglets unloaded. They are by far a lot easier to unload than trying to get him off. So let's get that done right now. We did have a little injury though during the unloaded process. My daughter, in excitement near the trailer, the trailer's tilt down, and when it tilted down, it caught her little foot. So she's getting that all healed up, and hopefully we can get her back out here pretty soon, because she's pretty excited about the little ones, especially the piglets. So hopefully we'll catch her here for all this video is wrapped up. All right, so we got 2 of them here. This one right here looks like she got bad eyeliner.
Yeah,
She's a girl. And the black and white fella, that's a boy right there. But we're gonna get him fixed. We're gonna get him neutered here probably in the next month or 2.
Yeah.
But they're gonna hang out here in this new area together.
I already tell them the names.
And have you come up with names?
Yes, the boy is Henry and the girl is Olivia.
All right, well, we're about to cut them loose. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out.
Anyway.
All right, right there. See them handles?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It looks good.
Now open the door. Now just stay back. We'll let them out on their own, okay? We've got one that has ventured on. I'm not sure who's more nervous, him or Chloe. He's like, I'm just going to eat some grass.
Hey, do you go out with your balloon? Oh, yep, she is.
There you go, girl.
There you go.
You got your makeup on. You ready for date night.
Yeah.
Is your little tail just a going? Slow your tail down. Does that mean you're happy? You like a dog?
I'm not happy.
You scared, buddy? Don't be scared.
Like, I'm just going to get my sister. Oh, there.
They're right there. You just don't want to spook them. They're trying to settle in. They don't know where they're at right now. It's a new home for them.
No.
All right, guys. So we got the baby piglets in there. You can see them up there. They seem to be settling in pretty good. They're eating their food. I'm gonna leave them be and just let them kind of explore their surroundings. But we're gonna go up here now. We're gonna double check on the boar. And let me explain to you too about this livestock trailer. So if you remember a couple videos back, I built this makeshift livestock trailer using cattle panels and Premier One panel connectors, if you will. Cost me about $60, somewhere between $60 and $80. Guys, I just used this thing twice within the last couple of days, and I'm telling you, it worked great. It's really worked out well. I've been able to get the pigs loaded up, and it takes no time at all. The drop down works out really well. The wooden floor they like because it gives them a little bit better grip. So definitely, if you're trying to do something on a budget, I think that trailer has worked out really, really well. Using that connector piece and that makeshift door hinge has made it even easier. The carabiners is a quick attach to keep them in once you get them loaded up. But we're gonna go on up here. We're gonna try to get Mater settled in with us. And the cool thing about this boar is he's about 9 months old, but she said he's super docile, and I believe it from what I've seen so far. All right, guys, so this is Mater. He was already named. He's 9 months old, like I said. He's a boar, but even though he's a boar, he is super docile. Listen to that. But anyways, as soon as he ain't been here but a few minutes, and already you get to scratching on that ear, he flops over and he wants nothing but love. The lady we got him from is the same person I got my other coonies from. Now the good thing about these guys is that actually this time, the group that I have this time, our plan is eventually, so we got him, he's an intact boar, and we have the other two, which is a girl and a boy. The boy we're gonna get fixed, but eventually when the girl gets old enough, we actually think we're gonna give a go at trying to breed them. We're gonna breed Mater here with what my daughter has named Olivia. So we'll see how that goes. So these guys are here on the homestead pretty much to live a long, happy life. So just want to share that with you. And so there'll be plenty more to come with those guys. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap everything up for today. It's been a very busy day. I'm getting ready to go wind everybody down for the night and get them all put away. But I did a video talking about what my favorite homestead animal was, and that was coony pigs. So you couldn't have thought that I was going to go very long without having more coony pigs. So we're excited about this new adventure. It's going to be a long one though. You know, coonies are slow growing, takes them a year to even get to where most people would consider them market weight, which is also kind of similar to when they can be bred. So, you know, our man Mater up there, he's pretty much close to ready to go, but our little lady Olivia over here, she's got a long way to go. But a lot more adventures coming up, a lot of things coming down the pipe that we'll be able to share with you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed everything today. Appreciate you coming along the ride with us. Hope y'all have a good rest of your week. And until then, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.